PC Sports, you know what that means. We have the Custom Series. Tonight they're at Charlotte. We're going to call it the Witmer 200 as one of the drivers unfortunately lost his father. They passed this week. That would be Den Kate, his name being Dennis Witmer, so that's why it's Witmer 200. I'm Aqua Tatty in the booth with me tonight, per usual, the always ever so talkative P. Gator.
Hi.
We have Travis Tyson and Robbie Racing, per usual.
Hello.
And also, we have another in-race reporter just wanted to join us, and basically so we can laugh at him throughout the race. It's Daddy himself, Country Caliber, in the booth.
Hey.
Thank you for saying something. I thought this was like your first time and you were new and didn't know you were supposed to say something there. On the pole here tonight, we have DB to best, as you're seeing it there on your screen. Bad Fast Marley in second, Mike RPM in third, and JCR McLevin in fourth. And where's fifth? Rounding out the top five is Portal Guy. Ooh, that's interesting. That might be the worst qualifying I've seen Baird put on so far this season. Robbie, by the way, are you going to give me the pictures live?
Yep.
Good talk. All right, last night we've seen a lot of different strategies. What are you expecting to see as your race-winning strategy here tonight, Picola?
I think everybody's going to probably try to copy you, even though it come down to only 1 second between the guys that saved and the guys that went all out. Made that extra pit stop there in stage 3. But you set the precedent, as you say, so I think that's what we'll see.
Over to you, Country. You guys do get to see a race prior to you guys, being the Thursday race. You get to see what the guys on Thursday do. Did you see anything last night that you're going to run off and try to go off that strategy, or you kind of got your own mindset of what you're planning on doing here?
Just really got my own mindset on what I'm going to be doing. There was just so much chaos yesterday. It was kind of hard to figure out what the strategy was.
That sounded a lot like Travis.
That was me. Yep.
Oh. Okay, so back to the guy that I asked, Country. What are... Sorry. No, I mean, I really like that. That's a good answer, though, the strategy thing. But over to you, Country. Do you have a different strategy in mind, or are you going to go off what you've seen last night?
Probably going to just go off with what I saw last night, and... yeah.
All right, and over to you, Robbie. You have the most wins in that 00 truck this season. Somebody finally got one last night. Are you looking to do a back-to-back for that truck? Do you think you have the truck to do it, even though you start in the back half of the field here tonight?
Well, I'm just going to try my best. But definitely got a top 3 truck, I reckon.
Roger that. Hey, guys, I need an invite to be able to get in.
No, Rob, you say you got a top 3 truck, but you qualified 8th. But
You have a back half of the field truck.
I am well aware of that, yeah.
Alright. Race timer's going here in about 10 seconds. You're going to see me back out of here. I'm going to blue screen. I'll be the only lovely voice you can hear at the time while we try to get some invites going. Or, not invites, get the race going. Has timer expired yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're loading in now.
Blue screening. So, Charlotte Motor Speedway here in the trucks. It's not the 4-stage race that you would get in the Cup Series. Also, to go with that, this track in the trucks is horrible on tires. Stage 2, you can make the whole stage on tires if you're able to get a setup that'll work accordingly and back it down and save 3 laps, which is within the rules. However, I don't know if that strategy will work that great. You might get the stage win, but you're probably not going to trap a whole lot of people down. As I think you got to be so far off pace to be able to save that lap and you're in danger of getting run over by the people on 4 fresh tires if you are back down that much. So, lots of strategies could come into play here at the Lottery 200. Is what the game calls it there. We call it the Witmer 200, but going green here with DB to best, bringing the field down to the start-finish line. Bad Fast Marley on the outside. Mike RPM, JCR McLevin, and Portal Guy, your top 5 to start this race.
And And I didn't realize you need to have the game on to load in, so I'll be there in a second.
Really? Rookies in the booth here. And here I was about to bring it down to you so that you could take lap 1 for the first time, and that didn't pan out. Robbie has made his way to the inside in that orange double zero. We have Mike RPM has already moved up into the first place in that 16 as
4 wide down the freaking front stretch.
As he was able to get around DB the Best for the lead. Portal Guy now sitting in third. Bad Fast Marley on the outside. He's in fifth. Here comes the Bear and DK Brown on the inside in that 40 and 13 machine. Robbie racing right behind him. Looks like Bad Fast Marley already getting a little bit loose on the outside lane as the top 3 are starting to break away here. We're riding along with DB the Best, your pole sitter. He's now back into the second position and under fire by the 26 Luna Chevrolet of Portal Guy. Let me know when you're able to get loaded in there, Piccolo.
Alright, I'm loading in now.
Okay. Those 3 did have a slight breakaway, but now the rest of the field has been able to catch them as draft is very heavy here at Charlotte. Once you're within a half second, you should be able to gain on them pretty quick. Going to scroll through the field so you can see each driver and what machine they're in. That's Bad Fast Marley. He was your outside pole sitter tonight. Mike RPM started third. Fourth starting position was JCR McLevin as he's under fire by Country Caliber in the booth with us tonight, and Racehead went around him. Portal Guy is in the 26 right there. DK Brown in Piccola's lovely, ugly 13 truck. He's had a little bit of lag issue. Hopefully he can make it to the end here tonight. We got the Bear in the 40. Interestingly enough, every race that Bear's been in so far, Fluffy has made, but Fluffy is not in this race here at Charlotte. That's Robbie in the 00. Sludge in the 21 right behind him. Racehead in the unsponsored 32 today. Country Caliber in that 98. Hellraiser in the 88 looking identical to the 98. Denkate back here in the 3. Heartfelt race for him. Travis Tyson in the 02 started behind Denkate, and Tiller in the 15. That should round out the field. Back up front. Over to you, Piccola.
The Bear's already making his way up to third place after starting. I think it was about 7th or 8th, somewhere in mid-pack. Worst starting we've ever seen from him, but hadn't taken him long to work his way back up front.
Just seen the 13 get loose off 4 and go flying through the infield grass. He comes back in about 10th, maybe 11th place back there. Unfortunate event for him as he was actually following the Bear up through most of the pack. The outside line not looking like it's really where the place to be right now. Everybody that started out there has fallen back a few positions while the inside line has been able to gain spots. Bad Fast Marley started second. He's now running in 5th in that number 17 Ford.
88 just crashed in the back. Getting used to that new wheel.
Hellraiser just wrecked on the front stretch.
Seeing him now as he's just getting ready to get back going in that 88 Ford. I think he still had a Denkate in the 3, but yeah, you might see Denkate kind of all over the place tonight. This is his first race on a wheel, and just really recently he changed the settings on that wheel, so this could be an intriguing race for him. Again, heartfelt, got a wheel. He's really excited for this one. He actually told us he dedicated his results to his dad here, as the rest of the field is getting ready to lap him already.
Country getting by Bad Fast Marley here.
On the outside.
I believe that's 5th.
Well,
It's nice to have an N-Race reporter running up front here. Ooh, shots fired, Robbie.
well, Robbie's still trying to work his way to the front after his back half of the field starting position that he had.
That's right, that's right. We'll see that top 3 car here before long.
It's a truck, so probably not going to see a top 3 car. Yeah. Putting out there in YouTube land. Hey y'all, prayers to his Canadian buddy. What? Yeah, it is. See how it says pudding? That's interesting. It looks like we're going to have some 3 wide with Robbie, Bad Fast Marley, and McLovin as they're getting ready to come up on Denkate, who just slams it into the wall to stay out of the way of these leaders. How come you're able to text and talk in the YouTube, Landon? I think those 2 words you said there are almost as much as you said up here in the actual broadcast.
What you mean, buddy?
Okay, you doubled up there.
Graggers get by DB the best. I couldn't tell if he's already been by there, but
DB
he's
was in
falling back
second.
to 4th place after starting on pole.
Yeah, this being stage 1, this is 30 lap stage. I don't know what everyone's strategy is here. I know that I, for one, last night I split it dead in half, went 15 laps. When there was 16 to go, I pit that lap by, so I was coming to 15. Kind of that way I didn't have to do a whole lot. Dean Cook out there, Warpig, thanks for tuning in.
Coach.
What?
Coach Warpig. The Bear to the lead. You missed it.
No,
Right.
it's on the stream. The 40 truck is in first, the 16 is in second, 26 in third, the 00 not anywhere in this top 5.
He's coming.
Yeah, it looks like Robbie's back in 7th. 1 position ahead of where he started. How many laps you guys got going whenever you get somewhere?
18 laps to go.
Okay, up front we have an in-race reporter, Country Caliber. He's riding in 5th. I don't know if you have a second, but if so, are you just riding back there, or are you just trying to hang on to the draft right now?
Is that not the same thing?
Just riding right now. I feel like I have a really good truck. And,
Alright, and Piccolo, no, that's not the same thing. When you're just riding around, you're trying not to push issues. When you're trying to hang on to the draft, you could be driving the wheels off your truck to stay up there. So
Okay.
those are not the same thing.
Okay.
Thank you. 22 gets
Fast
loose
signaling.
off of 2. Oh yeah, right. They might be getting ready to pit. That might have been what that was. And sure enough, the 22 is peeling off pit road. So that was coming to 17 to go this time. So a little bit early. That's going to leave, well, 17 laps to go. That's a little bit longer as they only went 12, 13 laps on the tires there. So a little early for these guys as far as splitting it in half. But should give them an advantage over these guys as they're going to have that extra couple laps of speed up to the fresh tire speed. And should end up, the 22 should be your leader when pit cycle is over. But then he'll have the older tires while these guys are able to reel him in. 26 running a really high groove that did not pan out as he just went flying through the grass on the exit of 4. And here comes the second pack led by DK Brown, Robbie Racing, Racehead, and Sludge as they are all able to get around him, and McLovin back there also.
Puddin says hi, Daddy. Country.
hey, Puddin'.
Looks like Sludge has signaled he's going to be going down pit road this time by. Mike RPM peeling off from second place. He's going to go down pit road. Country Caliber now your second place driver, but looks like he's outside of the draft of that 40 of the Bear, who is your race leader, as there should be about 15 to go this time by.
14.
And of course my math would be wrong. It looks like Country signaled, DK Brown, Robbie Racing, they're signaling down the back stretch here. Racehead did not signal, and DK Brown pulled back up to the top side, so hopefully Racehead does not get into either one of these guys. Riding along with Robbie as he tries to come to pit road. Looks like he marked it pretty well. He may have come in a little hot. Did you get down to pit? Alright. Get back to the trucks on track. Robbie, you still feeling confident that you got a top 3 truck?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Just trying to find my groove a bit, and it's a little bit rough out there. We all know that this is a fast crowd, and speed also comes with ego, so let's hope everybody can keep their cool.
Robbie, you just said you have a top 3 truck, but you know you have yet to be in the top 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah,
just
here
making
we go
sure.
to the facts. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
Just wanted to make sure you were well aware.
Good story.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure you were aware, that was all. As it looks like the large pack of drivers coming off pit road now. I was riding along with the 22 there. As I said, he pit before the rest of the drivers, so he should end up with the lead after the pit road cycles through. And looks like he's got a pretty good, maybe 3.5 second lead there over the Bear.
Yeah, but the Bear's linked up with Mike RPM now, so I bet it won't take long for him to run him back down.
What are you trying to say? Those 2 trucks might be fast?
They might be pretty fast.
Country
But this
Caliber
will tell us how fast DB is.
Well, Country Caliber also trying to get onto that tail end. it's going to be almost impossible for the 22 to stay in front of a pack of 3 trucks. As long as they're able to work together, stay nose to tail, not really ever get battling, and we've just seen Mike get a little loose off 2. As long as they don't have that issue, these 3 should be able to catch them. And a little bit further back, we have more trucks. I have no idea. DK Brown, Sludge, DK,
I think
Portal
DK's
Guy.
got a blown tire.
Portal Guy and Robbie racing there.
Hellraiser's the leader right now.
The 88's the leader, so the 88 is yet to pit. He's pitting now, him and Denkate. And there's Travis Tyson, in case anybody wants to see where he's running. I see Tiller up in front of him a little ways, and nobody anywhere near behind him. Thank you, Gmail, for telling me right now that GC Sports is live on YouTube. I don't know how I would have known otherwise.
Having a terrible first stage.
22 does not have a big lead anymore. Looks like that 3-truck pack is reeling him in, but again, we've seen that he was able to ride in the draft for a while with them. I'm interested on if his tires are going to hold up, as he did pull off really early. I don't know if that was planned or we kind of talked about it here in this chat earlier, that when I first plugged the setup in and tried going green yesterday, or this week when I was working on my setup for yesterday's race, I could only go like 12-13 laps. I had to do a lot of changes to my setup to be able to make it as long as I was able to last night. And DB falling back under parade to all 3 of these trucks. Country Caliber to the inside of him now. That's for 3rd place, so DB is going to fall to 4th depending here. Looks like Country catches the apron. DB still has a run on the outside. If these guys want to stay hooked up to those top 2, they cannot stay side by side for long. But coming off of 4, they're still side by side. Huh?
Someone went through the grass and almost collected the leader.
I missed it.
Robbie and DK are back here racing pretty hard. Sludge was a part of it, but he just got into the wall there.
Sorry, Sludge. Nah, that's my fault. I was running
Okay.
Sludge.
Okay.
So as you heard it here first, Robbie said that was intentional.
Tiller and faster than you. Come on back.
DK Brown and Robbie. Is that 5th and 6th, Robbie? Are you in 6th?
You blocking me that
Yeah.
hard? Okay.
There's the barrier race leader.
Country Caliber just hanging with these boys up front here.
It's a Thursday drive. Putting out there, has to mention in YouTube that Robbie's out there body slamming people.
Yeah, Tiller is blocking the heck out of me.
Denkate's not moving on pit road here. Looks like he might be out of the race.
I'm gonna get them wheel settings set up for him.
Tiller and Trav ends up on the apron a little bit when he's going around Tiller. Caught that there. They're just in
Country
front
making a
of, looks like McLovin. Country to the inside of the bear. This is for the race lead. We must be coming down to the end of this. What do we got, like 8-9 laps left? Probably like 3.
5, I think.
5 to go.
Oh man.
There's Country. He's on the inside of the 40.
Good racing.
2 trucks
3
on the
wide.
3 wide for the race lead here in stage 1. This is getting good as the bear still holding it. Mike RPM and Country Caliber side by side, coming to 4 to go at the line this time by.
So much changed in just that lap. Country was on the inside. Now he's on the outside. He had the lead. This is crazy.
Yeah, Country passed the 16, ended up on the inside of the 40, then fell back a little bit to side by side, ended up on the outside, and the 16 crossed him over. And at the end of the day, after that lap and a half, they're running in the same line as they were with 6 to go.
Only difference is I think DB might have caught him just a little bit.
Yeah.
With all that.
Coming to 3 to go. This is a good battle for the lead, but that does show Country is not going to be content just sitting there riding in 3rd. He's going to try to get this stage win. You like to see it. And the 16 peeking to the inside of the 40. 40 comes down on the exit. 98's able to get underneath the 16. He's running for 2nd place. Here comes Country Caliber. Daddy trying to get 2nd place for Mike, running the inside groove. He might be able to get underneath the 40. Unsuccessful right there, but he does make the pass on Mike RPM, coming to 2 to go here in stage 1. Mike RPM gives him a little bump up on the exit, but they're still side by side crossing the line, but Country was in second that time by. Going into turns 1 and 2, Country has the preferred line. Looks like the 40 is going to run the high side and give the draft to the 16 truck. 16 has a slight advantage. Mike RPM on the outside has a slight advantage. Going down the backstretch, Country tries to fall in behind him, makes a little bit of contact, gets loose. Going into 3 and 4, they're still sitting 1, 2, and 3. The Bear looking pretty as he has about a 2 truck length over the 16 of Mike RPM as they come to the line for the white flag here in stage 1.
Wow, that wasn't the white flag? Holy cow. Uh-oh, he got into the wall.
DB the best
down too much.
was definitely able to catch these guys. Riding along with your leaders on the backstretch here in stage 1. White flag. The 40 goes down low to make sure nobody's going to get a run on him. Country Caliber tried using his draft. They enter turns 3 and 4. Doesn't look like anybody's making a pass. Will Country be able to make one on the exit of 4 here? Doesn't look like it, so you're going to have the Bear, Mike RPM, Country Caliber, DB the best, and I believe DK Brown comes up 5th.
Now, Robbie, I'm going to tell you, Country's coming for that top 3 truck you were
Ben's
talking
doing
about.
well, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
He's doing well. Oh, yeah, I need to take a picture.
Yeah, would be appreciated. Icy out there on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Denkate out there said he had to back out so he didn't end up getting into a wreck with that new wheel. That's alright, bud. We all love you and prayers your way, of course.
For
and
sure.
That's exactly what Icy was saying. Full rundown of the top 10 here. We had the Bear, Mike RPM, Country Caliber, DB the best, DK Brown, Robbie Racing, Racehead Sludge, Portal Guy, and Travis Tyson rounding out your top 10.
So after seeing a little bit there in stage 1, who's your pick to win?
Travis.
Travis Tyson, huh? Good luck with that one, bud.
Now, I really, stage 1 is going to be the hardest one to be able to tell. Here in stage 2, I actually believe you're going to get a better picture on, is somebody going to try to stretch and go the 27, and if so, are they successful? I really think that that's going to give us a mindset on the outright speed. The 40, the 16, and the 98 seem to be the faster trucks. The 22 was right there with him, but with him pitting early, kind of offset it. I really think here at Charlotte that just so many strategies came to play last night that's going to decide who really wins is the strategies come stage 3.
Oh, thanks.
Country Caliber catches Abram. 22 goes below him, drifts up a little bit. 13 below him, 3 wide for 3rd place. Here comes the 32 of Racehead. He's trying to get in the mix for 4th. Robbie pushing the 98 on the outside. I don't know if the 98 caught the wall there or not, but they're still on the outside. Sludge got loose on the outside, almost come down and caught Portal Guy. Crazy restart here as we enter stage 2.
There goes my round.
Yeah, that was crazy. Now, Robbie Racing trying to get to the inside of DB the best. That would be for 6th place.
Those first couple of rows, they all got singled out, piled pretty early, but man, you're right, it was wild after that, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, single filed out here for the most part. Looks like DB might be putting the pressure on Robbie Racing for 6th. Looks like that's going to be the tightest battle right now. Everyone else kind of just riding along. Country Caliber getting ready to make a move on what looks to be Racehead.
DB looking on the inside of Robbie there.
Yeah, just behind these guys. DB looking for 6th on Robbie. Has the preferred line. I would assume he's going to get it, and Robbie's probably going to just fall back in line. But Portal Guy now trying to get up there and get underneath Robbie before he's able to get back down.
Bad pass, he must have got collected in some of that, because he's way back there in the back.
Bad luck, Marley. Where is... Oh yeah, Marley's back there with Hellraiser. Things you hate to see if you're a fan of that 17 truck.
Bud says he's prepping for them road courses. Oh boy.
I hope so. I hope there's slight more prep for that road course coming up next week than there was for that oval this week.
No keystone during the race there, but
DB just disappeared.
Yeah, I just changed positions. He's out of the race.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He had a good strong truck too.
Seems like we're starting to say this a lot.
Well, coming into the end. I mean, just in general, you're starting to see a lot of lag outs. Look at what's been happening in Showtime there on Wednesdays. 2-3 laps left in a race is when he's lagging out. Man, that's horrible when you're around for an hour and a half and you can't make it the last 35 seconds. It's just, I don't know. Gotta love these servers that 704 Games brings to the Heat 5 community.
Yep. Robbie's closed that gap up. That was a pretty decent sized gap, wasn't there, Robbie?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We have a
Got
pudding in
pretty
here.
big group
Yep.
here.
Essentially, all I just heard Robbie say was yep.
That's all I think.
Yep. Exactly. Mike RPM still pushing his buddy Bear there. DK Brown now sitting third. Couldn't tell if he was looking for second, but he falls in line. Man, this is one heck of a... Entering turns 3 and 4, there's so many different lines that people use. It's hard to justify if somebody's making a pass, and even if they're not, it's hard to justify that contact doesn't get made. It's crazy.
Robbie just moved up high, so he's going to shuffle back at least a spot or so, probably. Well, I don't know. Down that straightaway on the outside, you get the run. Look at him.
Yep. Portal guy's still trying. Yeah, Portal guy's still trying to get below. I mean, I'm gonna be honest though. That was Robbie's best move there. If he'd have tried getting down below again with the 26 kind of aiming in on a low entrance, he probably would have made contact, and the 00 would have ended up in the wall. As the 26 actually ends up getting the worst of all of this, as he's now going to fall to the tail end of this whole line, as McLovin and I don't know who the other truck was. Oh, Sludge both tried to get by, but Portal Guy able to hold them off on the outside. So McLovin moves up one spot, Portal Guy loses one. It's so crazy how being the aggressor or being the driver on the offense can actually end up costing you the positions by the time you get a full lap.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in there, Picola. Yep, that's right. We have the wrong gator up here in the booth here. Just kidding. Oh, man.
He's good at this.
What, racing?
Man, Tiller.
No, he's not that good at that.
Oh.
Let's don't get carried away.
McLovin, I don't know if he got around Robbie or not. Oh, Portal Guy just got really loose off the exit there. He almost collects the inside wall and then comes flying right back up in front of Sludge. Sludge cannot be happy about that. The two of them are going to have to work together now to catch the draft. Again, Sludge is deciding he's going to go to the outside.
Voice chat too.
So they're probably yelling at each other. Or they said, "It's okay, buddy." Don't think that was said here on a Thursday night with, like Robbie was saying, some egos on this end. People don't tend to be too pleased when you make a bad move. But right now, Sledge is still trying to get around that 26 and Portal Guy. And it is costing these guys some time to the lead pack. I believe Robbie just signaled he's going to be coming down a pit road. Got to be careful here, Robbie. You've got side-by-side action behind you. He's able to get down and out of harm's way. And he's the first of the takers on the pit road. I'm going to assume
laps to go?
There's about 15 laps to go in the stage.
Yep.
New race leader, side by side, 2 rows deep, as Mike RPM gets the lead over the Bear. Here comes Country Caliber on the inside of DK Brown. And also, when you said good talk, he did answer. He said, yep. DK Brown now looking for second. Country Caliber, McLovin side by side right behind them. Racehead going down pit road. And Mike RPM has about a 2 truck length lead over these guys.
I don't know if we've touched on points ever, really, on these broadcasts, but Sludge and Robbie were only 9 points separated coming into this race, with only, 2 races to go after this? So, we got a pretty good battle here, and I don't believe Sludge had the greatest first stage, So Robbie probably made a couple points, right?
Yeah, it was an accident. I didn't mean to get into.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's
Yeah.
coming for you.
Yeah, remember Robbie took out his competition in the points lead.
Right, look at there, look at there.
Yep. DK Brown looks like he's going to be coming to pit road this time by. Oh, he gets into the back end of the 16. I believe Mike RPM just ended up with a speeding penalty off the front bumper of the 13. And I wouldn't be shocked to see that the 13 also got a speeding penalty right in front of Sludge there. He came in pretty hot, and I don't think they slowed down enough.
Not good. Now, I did the same thing in stage 2. And we did not lose a lap, so hopefully they don't lose a lap from it.
As Bears on pit road, Robbie's off pit road. When this all cycles through, can you guys let me know who the leader is? We did see the 88 stayed out longer than everyone last time. And
He's also
he's mowing the grass right now on the front stretch.
he's making Charlotte a 1.3 mile racetrack.
I mean,
Shortest way around the track.
yep. So any talk on who the leader is? Is it still the 00 or the 88? I mean,
Right now it's Bad Pass Marley.
Mike and
interesting.
DK did come out together, so whether they got one or not.
Where are they in relation to
they were
Sludge?
together. They just crossed the start finish
No
line
idea.
right now.
Sludge is on the back stretch with Portal Guy
Okay, so
and the Bears. So I'm,
17
yeah, they
is
got
coming
a.
out of the 4.
So yeah,
Right?
yeah, they got a penalty for sure. They're either half track behind him or they're half track ahead of him. But with the Bear being up here, I think he got on pretty good. And we seen Sludge, Portal Guy, they were running around Bear at that point. So yeah, I'm thinking that the 16 and 13 ended up with a speeding penalty. All right, and you said, all right, Country Caliber coming off pit road now. Is that Country?
Yep.
Yep. Right in front of Portal Guy. Robbie all by himself up here.
Hey, Bad Pass is saving it.
How many laps you got left in the stage?
8.
You have probably about 3 to 5 laps before somebody would have had to have pit. But Bad Fast, even if he's able to make it at this point, everybody's unlapping themselves from him, so I don't see it being successful.
I don't know. If he gets good stage points, even if they're on the lead lap, it's still successful, right?
Well, I mean, if you win the stage, right, it's successful. So, but the saving of the fuel, in reality, what you're actually trying to do is two things. Yeah, you're still trying to win the stage, but you're also trying to trap as many people a lap down entering stage 3 as possible, so you have less competition after this. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, he gets into Sludge. Sludge almost catches the wall. Marley still the leader. He's going high here in 3 and 4, letting the 21 and the 26 go. Coming to 7 laps to go. Wait, is he at 7 or you got? He's coming to 6. Okay.
He's coming to, yeah.
So Travis, you have 7. He's coming to 6.
Yep. I'm sorry. He's coming to 5. He just got 5 to go.
Okay. Gonna ride along with him. Hellraiser now on pit road, so he was unable to save it. Yeah, I don't know if I like this strategy, and we'll see. Hopefully it works out for him, but I'm not a fan of this, and I don't think any of the other drivers that are going wide open are a fan of it. But let's see, Portal Guy just got around him, so that should leave Mike. Ooh, interesting development actually. If he is able to save it, with Mike and DK Brown getting a speeding penalty, they have yet to get their lap back, and they were 2 of the faster trucks, so they're actually right now battling for the lucky dog.
Think about that.
Yep.
Well,
this
not
is a
slowly,
lucky dog
but they
position.
might catch him, right?
Well, that would be 4 to go, or I think that's 4 to go for him.
Mike RPM's about to cross the start.
3 to go.
3 laps to go. They're about a quarter of a track behind him. And if they're not able to get their lap back, then drivers like Travis and Tiller will be trapped a lap down, as again Mike and DK are the ones battling for that lucky dog right now.
Actually, I'm in the lucky dog position.
Oh, you're ahead of those two?
Uh-huh.
2 laps to go for Bad Fast Marley. He is now on lap 25 of his fuel save. You got to make 27 to be able to make it, but more importantly than the fuel here is the tires.
Right. And if he's able to make this, because nobody even attempted this last night, you got to think he's set up pretty good to try to do that in stage 3, right?
Yeah, but I think that if you're trying to do that, you're losing too much time when it comes to stage 3. Oh, he popped tire. Right front's gone. Coming to the white flag. He's wrecking on the front stretch. That's everybody's going to get their lap back. And also, when Robbie, are you in second right now?
Yeah.
When Robbie comes back around, he'll be taking the lead, but he's under fire from the 40 of the Bear, Country Caliber, and McLovin. This should have eventually become the battle for the stage 2 victory.
Oh, man.
Now, do they have to go one more lap?
They have. This is their white flag lap. And they're right now getting ready to go past Bad Fast Marley, who has a popped right front tire.
Oh, the Bear tried to block the bottom and he washed up.
Country Caliber to the inside. Good move by Country. Here comes McLovin pushing him. Bear, Country, Bear, McLovin, Robbie. One of these 4 trucks will be your stage 2 victor. Country Caliber has the slight advantage right now as they're going through 3 and 4. Coming off the exit, Country has the inside line. Ooh, contact is made. Country Caliber is going to be your stage 2 winner with the Bear. That was by a bumper, if anything.
That was so close.
That was good racing right there.
They caught me with 2 to go, man. I was like, come on!
Robbie's in stage 2. You still did not finish in the top 3 for that top 3 truck that you claim that you have. Truck still feeling pretty good though, yeah?
Yeah.
You got it taken from him right there at the end.
So final on the top 10, Country Caliber, the Bear, McLovin, Robbie Racing, Racehead, Sludge, Portal Guy, Travis Tyson, Mike RPM, and Tiller. Over to you, Country Caliber. You got the stage win. Do you think you can hold through and get the race win here?
I mean, I know I got the truck capable of winning. It's just a matter of, not getting wrecked and not making mistakes on the pit road, and we got a truck though that can win the race.
So you heard it here first. Country admits he has no talent and is just aiming for a top 10 in that number 98.
Dang.
I think Country's just excited he gets to start up front for stage 3, so odds of him getting taken out are
Yeah, the first thing one of the very first things he says is as long as he stays out of being wrecked. And when you're in front of the rest of the field, it's a lot easier to not be wrecked instead of this crazy battling we've seen on all these restarts.
Oh, yeah, we're seeing it right now.
Yeah.
no less crazy here.
Yeah, man, I know that everybody always wants it's go time because it's stage 3. But man, this exciting 3-4 wide going through 3 and 4 of all corners, that's not a good option. Because if you get wrecked here, your race is over, essentially. You've got to drop into that fuel save mode. Well, 70 now, they finished a lap. But yeah, this is ridiculous.
Oh man, that was fun. I about got wrecked, but I saved it.
It looks like everybody made it.
Oh!
You're not done yet. You're not done yet.
Oh no!
You're not done yet. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're still not done.
Hold it together, boys.
Wow. I don't even know what to call that. Interesting. We'll go with that. And they're still.
Sledge came off the wall and hooked me there.
Yes. Well, he got hooked by the truck that was in the middle of the 3 wide. Is how he got hooked and came down and caught you.
I'm assuming that was probably the
I think it was.
Hellraiser.
I think it was 15 of Taylor when Sludge hit the wall, and then that contact happened, and then Hellraiser got around all of you guys, and when you were saving it, you ended up getting into the 88, and he ended up in the wall off of it. Interesting, but they're all still going forward somehow. Good racing. Sludge catches the wall again off 4. He's
Third stage in a row. I could have been with the main pack, and then this happens.
he's dealing with a tight truck in that 21, and the O2 thinks he had a truck to compete. Unfortunately,
if I could stick with the main draft, I could have at least,
Yeah, no, it's just unfortunate. That's a tall tale sign of when you backed out and made those final adjustments there between qualifying and the race, and you got to start behind everyone. These starts are so crazy, you kind of just got to hold your breath and hope you can stay in position. But up front, we have a battle as McLovin has just taken the race lead from Country Caliber. Mike RPM in 3rd, and that's Racehead in 4th now. We haven't talked a whole lot about him. He's behind all the other drivers.
He was just in the lead, wasn't he?
Yeah, but now he's behind the 26 and Portal guy. I really think, we speak about precedence, with Bad Fast Marley showing that he could go 26 laps almost to a T before he popped that tire. And so he's got a fuel save gear. He's in that second pack now, so he's probably going to drop into that. At some point, you got to figure it out. Am I setting good enough lap times that I can go out and beat somebody that's saving, or do I have to try to do that same strategy and go for 2 stops now?
So that's what you think the Bear's doing?
I think the Bear fell to the back of this line and is just riding. He doesn't have to use his equipment as much. Yeah, this is kind of, he can push the issue, so to say. He's in the lead pack that's going as fast as anybody right now, right? And he's also being able to save his tires and his fuel better than everyone else in this pack because he's behind the other 8 trucks and using their draft to be able to stay with them.
That makes sense.
Really? I made sense? Yes.
Kind of.
7 viewers out on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in.
When I was talking about the points, it was going to be close there. Now it's probably not going to be even close after this. Robbie's definitely going to be in the lead, I would say. As long as nothing happens.
Well, he just got jinxed there.
Sludge does not have the luck tonight.
Yep. Robbie with a top 5 truck. Clearly, he thinks there's more out of it, but he's shown top 5 speed all night in that 00. He was looking to the inside of Racehead. While he does that, he gets back in line, but DK Brown peeks his nose below them. I just think at this point in Stage 3, there's not really any reason for these guys to get racy. At least make it to the first stops. Let the first stop kind of be what spreads the field out in the different strategies. To each their own, makes for boring racing if you're a viewer, but this is a big pack of trucks, and this is not an easy track. As Racehead got loose in, Robbie does end up on the outside of him for 4th place. Robbie going to lose that 5th place position now, possibly to DK Brown, who's on the inside in that 13 machine, and the 26 and the 40. Portal Guy and Bear, they don't look like they're really even pushing the issue to get up there and contend for that position. Looks like Robbie's going to be able to hold them off. Now, the one positive for Robbie, he got put to the outside. We keep talking about tires and how important the tires are here. When you're on the outside, you're actually able to save a little bit of tires, so that's not necessarily the worst thing. And Portal Guy does make the pass, but it looked like the Bear lifted and made sure that Robbie was able to come back down. So we were talking about why is the Bear in the back, and it could be a fuel strategy, and I still feel like that's what it is. Robbie running the outside now, though, to save his tires, so Bear is going to take that opportunity to go ahead and make the pass, but losing that draft just a hair, you'll probably see the 40 get back on it just momentarily long enough to get back up into this lead pack with their draft. Well, what are you thinking now, Piccola? It's Stage 3. You kind of see different strategies here. We know the 17's got a fuel save gear that's probably going to do this off 2 stops. Do you like his strategy, or do you like the strategy? This is a big pack. These guys have got to be setting, they've got to be setting a good lap times up here, and the way that they're not really battling.
Yep. You said it, man.
Yeah, I don't see how saving at this point is going to do anything, unless again I think the one key to that is the bear back there at the end. If he is saving his stuff and can go the 24 laps because he was in this lead pack for the whole first segment of this stage, I think the win would have to go there.
Well, what about the strategy you were talking about with Flash and KB?
I don't know what their strategy was. It was weird to me. They were
Right.
nowhere to be seen, and then they came out of nowhere.
So I'm wondering maybe if that's kind of like what the Bears going for. You know, you could have talked with him or something, and like you
Yeah.
said, maybe not run full 24, maybe not pit at 18, maybe 20, 22.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they did. I'm assuming what they did was because they were kind of far off last night, and then out of nowhere they were at the end of the race. They were where they needed to be, but I think they went between the two strategies, not the ones that short pit and not the ones that stretched it. I think they kind of went between there, two pit stops, and then the third pit stop they short pit like crazy right at the verge. And I think that's what they did, but I really have no idea. All I know is when I come out of pit road, that final stop, they were in front of me.
Right. Like you said, man, this is going to come down to the pit stops, right? When you're all bunched up like this, you can expect to lose at least 2 or 3 cars just from the pit entry and pit exit.
Well, and think what happened earlier with the 16 and the 13. They were nose to tail running second and third. Those guys are buddies, you know. And coming down pit road, the 13 goes in a little bit too hot. The 16 was in front of him, and he makes them both get a speeding penalty and took them out of contention for stage 2. You're looking at 7-8 trucks in a pack that are possibly going to pit all together.
And we've just talked about how, you know, last night there was pretty much people were pitting at 18 or pitting at 24. So the odds of these guys being willing to say, I'm going to go another lap just so I don't have to pit with them, you know, you might not be able to do that with your tires.
Well, and you had, for example, last night you had Coach Matt. His first pit stop was like 15, 16 laps in, so he had to do that extra stop regardless, you know. But then at the end, he ended up having to save. So, yeah, you might not want to pit with the rest of the field, so you might short pit to make sure that you don't. But then what kind of position are you putting yourself in for the very final run here in stage 3 when the race is actually on the line?
Exactly. That's what I feel like they're going to have to pit together, but it's going to be dangerous.
Looks like the two of McLovin pulling off now. When you guys get back to the line, can someone just let me know what the lap count remaining is?
And we know McLovin's good buddies with
Ooh,
Coach
13
Matt.
in the wall hard, trying to avoid the two who's going to pit road. He comes back down in front of Robbie. I don't know if contact was made there. Back over to you, Piccolo, whatever you were saying.
No, I was just saying, you know, Coach Matt and McLovin being buddies, he could have had that same strategy that Coach Matt had last night when he come up just a couple laps short on tires.
Touche. What'd you say, Travis? How many laps?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was saying Sledge came down pit road with everybody else that just came in.
Oh.
That's another one. They could all be on that same strategy. Plan just before. But Sledge was so far back, I don't know if I would have tried to come up with maybe an alternative strategy, or he hates the save, so
Well, I
or
think
he's just going all out.
being one of the first people to pit, you know they're not saving. That strategy's out the
Right.
window. Country showing he's going to be pitting this time. Where did the bear go? Did the bear pit? Yeah, the bear's
Yeah,
on
he
pit
did.
road now.
I almost killed him.
Well, that's good. You took out Sludge. Here comes Country and Robbie now. Mike, RPM, and Racehead staying on track.
How many laps does
I'm assuming about 53 to 55 laps remaining. 52
Yeah,
remaining.
51 to go.
51 now. When the leader cross line was 51. So these
it go?
guys
How
went.
big that gap is bad.
So everybody that come to pit road there went 19 laps. Mike RPM already showing he's going 20. And he's pitting now. So Racehead on track is your race leader in that 32. He's going for at least 21 laps.
I don't think Bad Fast is out of this yet, man. He's not too far behind. Racing.
Well, another strategy to go with this aspect, though, right? So you have to make a full fuel run twice, but then you only have to go 23 laps. So if they're able to make the 24 on the tires, then they might be good. But this is coming to 22 laps on the tires, and Racehead is now pulling over. So even he does not look like he's going to be able to go. Now, the positive about if you go the longest you can, the first two, and then you're the last one to pit in stage 3, you have the least amount of fuel and the freshest tires on the track. You could use your speed to. Is Bad Fast still on track? Yes.
Yep, he's still on track. And remember, like I was saying, with stage 2 being 27 laps, I know he only made it 26, but if he can make it those extra couple of laps each run, he could get close enough to that 18 laps to go where he could just go all out at the end there.
Yeah, the amount of time you're losing, you know.
Right.
For example, when he went to 26, he had already given up half of a track. The guy that was in second had already unlapped himself and made up half a track worth of distance, and that's just in one 26-lap segment, right? So minus 2 laps, not quite as drastic, you know what I mean? But that's still, you're just giving up so much time when you're backing it down to save.
Levin's making the pass to get back on the lead of that. Bad Fast making his trip to pit road. That's somewhere about 48 to go, I'd say, so he didn't make it too many more.
No, I think that was right at the 24 mark. Like I said, Racehead was pitting with 22 to go. I think Marley stayed out about 2 to 3 more laps. So McLovin, now your race leader, got a pretty good substantial lead, but he was the first one to pit. Are his tires gonna hold up? And now we see Bear in second from the back end of that group to the second place truck, and Country Caliber looks like he's riding around in third right now. This second, the big pack here of 5 trucks, if they start working together, they should be able to start picking up these other drivers as they make their way to the front, and this should become one big pack again.
Right. Looks like they're forming up right now. Country's up there saying, no, don't do that.
Well, I mean, as they get to the end of the run, Country and Bear pitting after McLovin, they should eventually start kicking in on the lap times, being able to gain on McLovin pretty quick. We know the fall off at these tracks, as you get later and later in the run, it starts getting a little bit worse. But man, Country gets a little help from this second pack, joins them in the fray. You really don't want to be by yourself right now. You want to be by yourself when you come out of pit road on the final stop. This stop doesn't really mean nothing. You need draft help, and again, especially with somebody saving, draft is going to make you go faster. So if you got somebody and you're the leader right now and you're going as fast as you possibly can with draft, you're going to be that much faster than a guy by himself gaining ground on that 17 who's trying to save.
I mean, I understand, but I always like to eliminate cars that I know can't get to me, you know? And with only 2 in front of him, and at least another pit stop or 2, you could
right.
bank on them messing up on pit road.
I believe Bear pit with you, did he not, Country? No. Okay. Somebody just went flying through the grass. Sludge. Go ahead.
Pitted like maybe 1 or 2 laps before I did.
As Country went prey to the 16 and the 00. The 00 is in 4th. The guy that said self-proclaimed 3rd place truck is still 1 position out of that top 3.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, there's still 43, 44 laps probably.
43.
Ooh. Yes! I'm not right too often, so I gotta brag a little when I am. Out there in YouTube land, don't have a whole lot of viewers, but if anybody's still watching, who are your picks to win this race here? As we have McLovin in the lead in that 2 truck, the Bear in second, and this battle for 3rd between Mike RPM, Robbie Racing, and Country Caliber. As interestingly enough, Mike and Robbie were actually able, that was a 5 truck pack. Those 2 were able to leave the other 3 drivers and go up and pick up Country, and they're now catching the Bear.
DK lost it, I see. Dang. Hate to see that from 13, brethren.
Yeah, at this point in time, who are you thinking, who's your pick to win the race now, Picola?
I know it might sound crazy, man, but I keep looking at Bad Fast, and he's still only a half a track now.
You're a big fan of the fuel saving. I am going to go with somebody that's not trying to save is going to win this race. And via the strategy, how the 98, the 40, and the 2 pit a little bit early, I'm going to give the favoritism here to either the 16 or the 00. Robbie's been claiming he's got a top 3 truck, and he's trying to get around Bear now to finally make it into the top 3 for the first time. Well, no, he led earlier, but that might just be the right call. Him and Mike RPM seeming to be on the same strategy. Actually, no, hey, Robbie, you pit with Country. You pit right behind Country.
Hey, Trav, how far behind are the leaders? Or are you from the leader?
I have a racetrack.
You don't know, can't tell me the time.
Oh, sorry. 14.6 seconds behind the leader. And I'm right behind
Bad Fast is way ahead of schedule, man.
Is Bad Fast ahead of Travis?
Yep.
Yeah, I just let him go by.
At this point, I was 25 seconds behind.
I still don't like it. Warpig out there, he's rooting on Robbie. Riding along with this pack of 4, this is for second place, as that 2 truck just up in front of them is your race leader, but I expect to see him pitting here within the next 6 to 7 laps, as he was the first taker. And now that we're down to about 38, 39 laps, I would expect to see him come to pit road here pretty soon.
That gap's held pretty steady, right? Once they all got bunched up, they still haven't been able to.
Well, they kind of been racing and deciding who was going to take second. McLovin, as long as his tire strategy is going to work, if he can hold the tires, that 2 truck's looking strong. Because when he comes to pit road here shortly, if these guys are unable to get to his tail before he pits, all he's going to do essentially is extend that gap between these guys even larger. So, yeah, whatever the 2's doing right now, if his tires hold up through this whole run, he's looking good. But this whole top 5 looks like their strategy is coming to tuition, but they are catching that 2 truck.
Ever so slightly.
I mean, I'd say they were probably about 3.5, 4 seconds back, and now it looks like they're about 2 to 2.5.
Trav, does it seem like Bad Fast is saving to you, or are you doing that strategy?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the tires, so I can't. I'm kind of out of that strategy now.
Okay.
But I know he is. He's saving.
Sludge has already come to pit road. Last time he pit with McLovin. McLovin's still on track.
There
Sludge
he
has
pit.
Did he?
Yep.
Sorry, I was kind of scrolling through the field. So, Bad Fast is entering 3. Your leaders are going into 1. Half a track behind is Bad Fast Miley right now.
Are you starting to believe?
No, I don't think it's going to work. The Bear showing he's going to be pitting this time by. They essentially need to put the 17 1 lap down before they do their final stop. That's essentially where you're looking at the difference, right? It's a half track now, but when these guys go to pit this time by, that gap is going to extend by the next time, right? Because they're going to be running all those extra laps with the fresh tires. And once their tires start wearing, they're still not hitting those same bad laps because there's a pack of 4 or 5 of them up here. I just don't think that's going to work. Last night, you guys had a pack of 3 trying to save. And I was essentially running by myself, me and Coach Matt. But Matt, with his lag issue, we couldn't really work together. So I don't see it happening. Unless, like you said, Bad Fast is able to get to where he can make it to that final run. He can put it in race gear instead of save gear.
Okay, so you think it's going to come down to that?
Yeah, I think it's all going to depend on when he pits. If he pits with about 18 to 20 to go, I think the strategy will work out for him because he can come out in race gear instead of save gear. That's the difference to me.
I think he's had such good tire. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Robert.
This time, Caliber.
Not to give it out on air what they're doing, but they may be coming to pit road this time by. As there's the signal.
Are y'all the leader?
Yeah.
No, they can't both be the leader. Just one of them is. And right now, that's the 0-0. Ooh, Country almost come in hot. Looks like he had to get back on the track, then dives down to the inside. On pit road, they're telling each other how great of a strategy that was as they're high-fiving inside of each other's truck. Tiller, we see him coming to pit road. Bad Fast Marley out here crossing the line now to take the lead. That's a big gap. Mike RPM's already unlapped himself. What were you saying, Country?
I was gonna say Robbie definitely slowed down just a little bit more than I thought he would, but
Yeah, I want to keep you close so we can run the draft and keep a good pace.
Yeah, Robbie was trying to go with that 18-mile-an-hour strategy entering pit road. Sludge is unlapping. Oh, not yet. He's racing a race head right now, looks like, back there. I mean, Marley is putting on a faster pace than what you guys did last night, for sure.
Which is crazy, right? Because he's doing it by himself, and he's going against a bigger pack. Like, he's got a good setup.
Well, I mean, your guys were complaining the whole time that it was not a good setup.
Right.
I don't know if I like it still. Got 7 viewers, but me and you are one of them, so probably 5 viewers out there. Sludge and Porta Guy unlapping themselves. Hold on, I want to know when he pits how many laps are left. I don't really care for right now. But yeah, Robbie, can you tell me how many laps to go when you get there? So you still got about 5 more laps before he comes to pit road. Where is...
Get a little nervous.
I need to know where McLovin is on the track. I'm on...
3.
He's in 3.
I'll tell you when he crosses start finish.
I don't know. They're only about a quarter of a track ahead of Marley right now.
Just cross start finish.
And this would be essentially Marley's final pit stop.
Yep.
And right in front of him, both the 26 and the 21 just got loose on exit of 4. That was weird. It was synchronized, like, looseness. Marley's on.
88's on that save strategy too.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed the 88 was, but he looked like he could only go about 22 laps is all he was getting earlier, 22 to 23. I think that's going to be just short.
I did not think this would work coming into this race, but after stage 2, seeing him do that, made me think differently.
I'm just still not confident in it. I mean, here's the thing. If it does work for the 17, I got to give him kudos because he's really the only one that also had a fast truck. I mean, he qualified second, so he had a fast truck. He's the first one, or the best hope that the fuel saving had at it.
Think about how long we sat there and tried to get our tires to run longer than like 15 laps. And he's got them running 25 easy.
I don't want to think about that. All right, Marley just crossed the line. Let's see. There's McLovin. He would essentially be the next truck. He should be in second, but the 88 also on that strategy might be in second right now. And by the way, what a run for Hellraiser that would be if it pans out for him. But his handling seemed to be a little off that I don't think it would pan out for him anyways. But McLovin's just now getting to the line. So, to be honest with you, you might be right. The strategy might be in favor.
Right now. How many laps to go? It's got to be like 25.
He's coming to, when he crosses the line, it's 24 to go, so he's going to be right on the edge.
He's not going to get to go into race gear like you said, Taddy, but I think his save gear's been a lot faster than mine was.
I don't like it still.
I think when I came out, I was about, what, 8 seconds ahead of you?
Yeah, but this is what I was speaking about earlier. Depending on when he made his final stop was going to make his decision to me. So you had to run 24, 24, and 23. So one of these runs he's already short pit because now he's doing the max one. So he has to save to the max on this one to make it the full 24. So he's actually going to have to back it down a little bit more than what he did in one of those runs prior. So I'm still giving the favoritism to the 2, but we also just seen the 88 just now coming to pit road for what would be 23 to go as he was on pit road.
You alright, Calabia?
Was that?
You alright, yeah?
Yeah.
So you
Bad
got,
fastest crossing start finish line right now.
and
McLovin
was in the middle of 3 and 4.
middle of 3.
If you want to lead, maybe it'd be better with you in front of me.
You guys lapped me.
I'll do it on 3 and 4, I'll go bottom.
I don't know that McLovin's gonna lap.
I don't know. This may play into the hands of the 17, but I just feel like he's going to have to back it down a whole bunch. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I said the whole time that they have to lap him essentially in order for this game plan to work, and I'm not even seeing him on the screen yet.
He's on the backstretch right now.
And they're just now getting into one.
That's probably, what, 10 seconds?
Yeah. 2 fastest trucks on the track looks like to be the 16 and the 40, though, as they have now caught McLovin. They're in his draft.
Yeah, that's it.
So this would be for your race lead, this battle of 3 trucks here, but they're going to have to go to be able to get to that 17.
Where's our in-race reporters at? Robbie and Patrick?
I'm assuming, yep. To those that don't know what he just said, he said 4th and 5th. Sorry, Robbie, just making sure everybody was aware. McLovin's signaling to pit now. That should actually be right around that 19:20 to go signal, whereas Coach Matt last night pit right on the verge of the 23:24 to go. So, McLovin didn't signal, he just got loose.
I think we got somebody else out of the race, I think.
Sludge. No, wait, I don't know. He's moving. He's not out of the race. He pit early. Denkate was down there. DB the best is down there.
Okay.
Nobody else is out of the race. That was fake news.
My apologies.
Hellraiser is in front of Bad Fast Marley.
Hellraiser's in front of him, Carwine's been up position.
He's a lap down. Okay, I was just intrigued because you were talking about how he was also on that fuel strategy, and Hellraiser's in the wall. And
McLovin signaling to come to pit road.
yeah, I thought that a few laps ago, and then he was just loose. Oh, no, he actually signaled this time. You're right. So the race leader becomes the 16 of Mike RPM. Still not seeing Bad Fast Marley in the front of these guys at all.
He will be soon.
I actually have to agree that I think the strategy of if Marley does not have pit again, your race winner will be the 17 truck.
That's pretty obvious right now, right?
Yeah.
As long as he can make it on tire.
I mean, you lose a lap trying to pit. The only way that this could be, the extra stop now would be successful for anyone would be simply if they're able to do a 2-tire stop. But even then, I think the time that you spend on pit road is just going to be insurmountable to make up on 17.
Hey, Robbie, you want to pit now?
Yeah.
He's got clean track around him too, Bad Fast, so he doesn't have to pull out of the way of the faster cars or nothing right now.
Well, yeah, that's right now.
But I mean, he's like on his, at the freshest point of his tires, you know. He pitted, what, 5-6 laps ago?
Yeah, so he's 5-6 laps into his tires, not at the freshest.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I'm just messing
When
with
the
you.
traffic comes up, if he has to move up, you'd rather it be when you're going slow already.
Yeah, basically the 17 just has to avoid contact with other drivers at this point. Man, I'd say you hate to see it. And for, what, out of the 16 drivers, 15 of them are hate to see somebody out there saving. But great strategy call by the 17, as we seen drivers try to do it last night and they were unsuccessful. So kudos to him for making it work. And really, it's not even strategy. This is not saving your fuel, trying to go extra. Yeah, it's just making the tires last. I still don't like it.
I was wondering if you think it's any different or not. So the 16 has got in front of the 2 now. Yeah, he's got him by almost the whole, I don't know, 20 seconds right now, 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's I believe that one to be insurmountable. I mean, I expect it to be within probably 10-12 seconds by the time this is all over, but yeah, 25 seconds is that's going to be insurmountable. Bad Fast Marley, barring incident, should be your race winner. As long as he doesn't press the issue with said faster drivers when they get around him.
Right. At this point, I don't know that he knows it, but if he does know it, he can back it down. Right. I mean, you've got time. The tires have to last.
I don't know if I'd necessarily back it down, though, either. You do have a fast group of 3 up here. And honestly, that might have been the key. The drafting, people trying to draft so hard that they're actually backing their own stuff down instead. Like, I didn't do that at all. Whenever the 2 truck was in front of me, I didn't care. I was going around him that lap. Like, me and the 2 last night of Coach Matt, we were even, like, side-by-side racing hard. And I refused to not be the lead truck of my group. So there was never this big pack of drafting. I don't know if that plays in difference or if Marley just simply had a faster save gear than what you guys were running or what's going on, but this is a big difference here that we're seeing from tonight from last night.
Definitely.
So that makes this battle here with Mike RPM McLovin and Bear essentially for second. The drafting help that the 00 and the 98, that's essentially going to become the battle for the 5th position, so top 5 on the lines there.
Do we have any idea how many laps to go, Teddy?
Under 24. I'm going to say there's about 14 or 15 laps left.
10.
I was going to say, I thought it would be a little less than that even.
I was way off.
10 laps and they're still half the track down, at least.
Yeah, the winner is going to be the 17 truck. Again, as long as nothing happens to him and he hits his marks and just stays back down. 26 just now trying to get his lap back on from the 17. I believe that's 17. Yep.
I'm not jealous.
I'm not sure whatever happened to Portal Guy. He was up there contending with these guys for the longest, and then now he's way back. Maybe a pit road speeding penalty or something.
Right.
He's going to the outside of the 17.
If he can get some draft off of that. He doesn't even want to let him by, though.
Well, Portal Guy went high in 1 and 2, and he went way high, like almost up in the wall high.
Okay.
He's going to go look to the inside now on Marley.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between what I did and what Badfast did. I think he was just able to run a higher gear and still save the tire.
Well, that's
pace has been pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah, that's just the difference between talent and a Picola. I'm just kidding, of course.
How ironic is it Badfast is going to win here by saving?
Yeah, by going bad slow.
Slow and steady wins the race sometimes.
Travis, why have you not won a race yet this season?
Because I'm slow but not steady.
Sorry, I was just trying to use your logic there, man. Just messing with you. Yeah, Mike RPM, Bear, McLovin, good run by these guys. Unfortunately, it's going to be for second place as there's, what, 6 to go? McLovin catches the wall. Robbie and Country back there, they had a good run as well. Sludge and Racehead back here. I don't know what was going on with them. Sludge looked like he's had the tightest truck I've ever seen him show up with. Travis riding by himself here in the 02. Tiller in the 15 looking to also be by himself. When you guys get to the line, will you let me know? I believe the leader just took 5 to go. Silence in the booth, that just simply means that Bad Fast Marley has us astonished up here that he was able to save that fuel.
Bad Fast, I think he just took 4. I'll be coming to 3 to go.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 laps to go for the 17 truck. Huge lead. Again, is not that they won't, but as long as his tires hold up, I don't see anything stopping that truck from coming into victory lane tonight.
Right, at this point,
Except
for
for
sure
maybe
can back
Tiller.
it down.
What'd you say, Trev?
Except for maybe Tiller or whoever's going to be about lap in front of him. That would be the only thing.
Tiller's already behind him.
Okay.
He's catching him. I mean, Tiller's catching the 17, but I mean, kind of like what Piccolo was saying. If anybody even challenges you now as he's coming to 2 to go, I mean, you could almost basically just pull over and let him go. This is a huge gap that he has over second place.
Well, will he blow a tire like stage 1?
Well, that was on lap 26. He only had to go 24 this time. So, I mean, you're not wrong. He
would
could pop
already have
tire.
backed it down if he was close.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He has backed it down. I mean, the 26 went flying by him. Here comes 15. I don't know. White flag here for Bad Fast Marley. Steve Yavorski looking for his first victory here at GC Sports. And as you said, ironically, with the name Bad Fast, going bad slow. Going down the backstretch now. Getting ready to enter 3 and 4. Goes to the high side. Here comes the 15 trying to unlap himself. Is unable to. And your race winner is going to be Bad Fast Marley in that 17 truck. And the battle for second heating up. 16 going to get second. 2 going to get third of McLovin. He gets third. Bear gets fourth. Robbie, did you walk away with 5th place?
Yeah.
Country in 6th. And Travis apparently outside the top 10.
Yep.
Ooh, no. Country's talking about you leading the league in top 10s or something, right?
Tied for top 10s.
No bueno.
We're going to try to get our top 3 in here. This might be an interesting interview session.
So impressive. Thanks for tuning in there, Warpig.
Send them invites. Country, you still in here?
Yeah.
You had the fast lap, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good lap, 29.7. You had a strong truck. You ran up front all night long. Came up just short at the end via strategy, as well as you and Robbie looked like you fell off a little bit. Congratulations, I guess, on a top 6, just outside the top 5 finish there. But you ran well, and so good job there. How was it out there? Were you trying to save, and that's what cost you, or what happened?
I mean, I guess, the beginning of stage 3, I was fortunate enough to, to win the stage, but it also cost, I have a start up front, and I didn't really want to be towards the lead. I want to be a little bit, maybe 4th or 5th in line. That way I can save a little bit more tire and fuel, but ran second for a good portion of that stage and for good portion of that run, and I still feel like I was in pretty good shape. I just stayed out a little bit too long after the other guys who came up picked up fresh tires, and also had like more trucks in the draft. And at that point, it was just me and Robbie. So, but finally, it was a good race though. Finally, nice to have something going my way. But I had a good truck overall and good race.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on a good run there. Gonna bring it over to. Do you want to take this one, Piccola?
Nope.
Okay. Third place finish, JCR McLovin. Do you have your voice set to always loud?
Yeah.
It looks like you were pitting way earlier than everyone else. Was that planned? And second, well, yeah, just answer that one first.
No, not really planned. Didn't get any practice in, just threw in my cup setup and went out there and went as far as the tires would take me.
Yeah, we seen last night, Coach Matt, he kind of had the same deal where he was pitting a little bit earlier than everyone else, and so we weren't sure maybe being buddies or not if that's what had caused that. But either way, you had a good run, good number 2 Chevrolet there out there tonight. Unfortunately, the tire strategy ended up getting the best of you, but all in all, great run tonight.
Thanks. I mean, I don't really think it was the tire strategy, unless you're talking about Marley, because I don't know what he did, but I had a really good fun time racing with Mike and Bear there at the end. The last 2 full runs there, we were neck and neck, and congrats to Marley on the win, and thanks to Mike and Bear for putting on a good show there with me.
Yeah, I was talking about Marley having to stretch it to make the full fuel run. That's all that was. Yeah, you guys looked all impressive. You, Mike, and Bear. Once you guys separated from the rest of the field, you guys kind of worked together and just took off. Great run out there tonight.
Thank you.
All right, gonna go over to Mike RPM in the 16 truck. I'm assuming it is, but is your voice set to always loud?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Man, you had one of the strongest trucks, if not, I mean, not the fastest lap, obviously, but you had one of the strongest trucks out there for sure. You led a lot of laps. You seemed to be one of the dominant guys. At what point did you know that you were probably in trouble on the stretching out the tires?
From the drop of the green. The car was set up to go about, I don't know, 18, 19 laps, give or take. Didn't really know how many laps the last stunt would be, but I kind of figured if somebody was going to try it, we would be in trouble. And we had to battle back after somebody ran in I think it's DK ran in the back of me going into pit road. So
yeah, we'd seen that one.
My race was about over. Had Marley not blown a tire there on that stage, I would have been trapped a lap down. So I don't know, just a weird race. Really good, fun racing though with McLovin and Bear up there. Just trying to do whatever you could to finish second there because Marley had us covered on strategy there. So congrats to him for that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Last night we had people do the same strategy as Marley did tonight and stretch it out, and I done the opposite where I did like you guys and just raced as hard as I could. Same thing, I pit every 18, 19 laps, and I was actually able to overcome it. But all in all, apparently he just ran a little bit faster of a pace than what happened last night. But great run by that 16 machine. As always, it's a blast having you up here, and see you next week at Canadian Tire.
10-4, thank you guys.
All right, gonna get over to our race winner, the 17 truck, Bad Fast Marley, Steve Uvorski, first win here in GC Sports.
What's up, guys?
You got your voice set on always loud, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I kind of assumed, just figured I'd ask. It looks like you were involved in some stuff at the beginning of the stages in Stage 2 and Stage 3. Is that what made you drop into the tire save gear, or was that your plan all along?
Well, so in Stage 1, we qualified second, best truck, and ended up starting on that outside. It was rough, because then you kind of get freight train. We settled in around 5th. And then I'm not sure, I don't run the names, so I wasn't exactly sure who it was, but I got put in the wall. And then I hit it and sped into so last in that stage, but luckily stayed on the lead lap. So that was like, well, we're in the back, so maybe try out this strategy. So I knew from pre-race, if I ran my fast gear, I could make it about 20 laps before I blew out my right front. So I tried, what I did is I set up my fuel gear if I were to need it, and worked it so that my tires were completely even. And I was able to get just about 24 and a half laps on the tires. So we tried it out in the second, and I babied it and babied it and babied it in that second stage, and almost we came a half a lap short of making it work. But I knew I could do the 24 times 3 in that last stage.
Not to call you a liar on air, but you weren't a half lap short. You were a full lap. You popped that tire at the start-finish line. You were wrecking with 1 to go.
Yeah, my fuel was good. My fuel was good. It was the tire. Yeah. That I actually popped the rear tire. You would think it'd be the front, but it was the rear. I made it too loose, so then for that third stage, I tightened it up so I didn't wear out that rear tire.
We, ironically, Piccolo wanted to point out the fact that on the Ironics, your name is Bad Fast Marley, and you get your first victory by going slower than the rest of the field to save your stuff.
Hey, you know what? I did make it as fast as I could possibly go to get 24 laps. So,
Dude, that's what was so impressive to me.
Yeah, actually, so it's funny. Like I was just telling Mike, Piccolo's the one that last night him and his buddies. They're the ones that backed it down, and they were trying to do the not fuel save, but the tire save. While I was the one going wide open the whole run, and it didn't pan out so well for those guys. But you had, I mean, as we were watching it, I was saying I didn't like the strategy. I hated the strategy. Piccolo, he picked you from stage 2. He was the one he said was going to win, and. I mean, great job. Like, you set a really good pace trying to back that down as much as you did. Like, you went really fast for those 24 laps.
Yeah, even firing off, because as soon as I came out of pit road, I shipped 1, 2, 3, and then boom, right into 4, like immediately. Just because if I ran 2 in that fast, I just kill like 7-8% of my right front tire. So I knew it wouldn't have worked. But even in that fuel, I was still running 30.2s. For the first I'd say 4 laps were all 30.2s, 0.3s.
That's wild, man.
Fell to about 30.4 or 31.4. Sorry.
Right. Well, congratulations on your first victory. Bad Fast Marley gets that win by being real slow Marley. Stevie Vorsky, always a good time.
Hey, you should have told me about the strategy, brother.
I mean, I literally told you to do the other end of the strategy. You wrote me asking, and I said, don't do the saving stuff. And so he did the opposite of what Taddy said and got a victory. So good job, man.
If it wasn't for the horrible stage 1, a lot of it self-inflicted, then I would not have been doing that strategy. I laid my own head, and I just decided to go with it, and it worked out.
Yeah. Unfortunately for the rest of the field, they were unable to actually put you that lap down there in stage 1, or else this would not have come to tuition.
I never went a lap down once, though.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. You were saying when you got that speeding penalty, luckily you were able to stay on the lead lap. So if they would have just lapped you, then this wouldn't have happened. Or, like if it was me and I seen you were saving, I probably would have put you in the wall. But I'm just playing. Again,
I wasn't saving anything, just making it last.
Yeah. I call that saving. I could only do like 18, 19 laps last night, so you had to save the extra 5 laps of tires per run, basically.
Dude, that was so impressive.
Yeah, Piccola, he's a little jealous. He that's what he does every race, is back down and save stuff. So he might be your biggest fan now.
I might be hitting you up.
Also, that you drive the Haley Deegan truck also makes him happy. Again, congratulations. We're gonna let you go celebrate your victory. Yeah, good run there tonight. For going as slow as you were, you got the first place. So congratulations.
All right, thanks.
All right, Piccolo, going to take it over to you. Do you have any closing remarks on how this race went in comparison to how you were unable to do that strategy last night?
Man, that's just so impressive. I don't know how he did it. He was going so much faster than we were going. But from the other point that I was talking about earlier on the points, now we have Robbie racing. I'm pretty sure is going to be in the lead going into the Canadian Tire, and we know Robbie's pretty good at them road courses. So, man, it's going to be a fun battle to watch next week. That's for sure.
Yeah, on my end, I'm just simply going to say tune in tomorrow night for the iRacing race, as well as there's a recruitment race later this afternoon, or later tonight as well. So tune in for that stuff. Other than that, 2 nights in a row, last night we seen like 3 strategies in the custom side. Tonight we seen 2 strategies, and the strategies played out the exact opposite of how they played out last night. So really interesting to see the different stuff that these drivers are doing, and just shows the caliber of drivers we have at the GC Sports. So congratulations to Bad Fast Marley, Mike RPM, JCR McLevin, the rest of the drivers out there tonight. It looked pretty incidental free, especially for 4 or 5, sometimes even 6 wide on these restarts. So great racing tonight, and we'll see you back on the console side next Monday as both sliders and customs go to Canadian Tire. So from everyone here at GC Sports, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you if you tune in for iRacing later tonight and tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll see you on console side next week.
Bye.